This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the jet. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Wilson on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8-ball on the road to get things going.
Well, a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there, but it'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Seth Roberts there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dominic Peko racks up the sack. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Eluding the pressure right. And it's hauled in by Ed Dickson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And he's got Lockett. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jihad Ward. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jihad Ward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They'll indeed go for him with Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Out to his left. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson. Snead's got it. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. They go play action here on 1st down as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Rush in. Set. Check 24. Check 24.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling.
If pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Wilson. Be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Ravens have got it. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you...
Hey, bro, don't tell me you're going to quit on me now. Don't tell me you're going to quit on me. Hey, he might as well play it out.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
It's complete to Snead. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A gain of 32 that time. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as the Ravens push further out in front. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Tucker with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance.
He's got him in, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. The tackle made by L.J. Ford. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Here's Wilson to throw. Rolling to his right. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone. And he lost the football. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando on this first half of action. Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Jackson on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
36 power. Tempo.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram. As the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 53 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. Sliding out of the pocket. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is. And this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game. So you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now it's Wilson. He lets it fly for... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run with Carson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back. Extra point up and through by Myers. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the left.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Now Wilson back into his end zone. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the 1st down to go along with it. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. On the move to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Good job right there. Check. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. Hey, easy. Check. Run.
They go play action now. Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. And an alley to run. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 78 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise...
And now here's another interception. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Rolling to his left, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson, being chased out left. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 44 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leader...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
It's now 3rd down.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Letting one go deep for Roberts. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. To throw is Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like,
no, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Now Jackson steps away. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The dump off good for 8 there on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, and he's going to keep it here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson throwing again. Buying time to his left. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Wilson. To throw again. He lets it fly for Lockett. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On third down, Jackson dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's going to go for a big play down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who have gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Jackson on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Being chased out left. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Now Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here.
It got his man complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So once more, the Ravens will come to the line here and go for the 2-point try. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Here we go. Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game. Like
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. After the sack on first down, Wilson and an alley. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.